You're missing the moment. What is up, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Our 60 Journey. My name is Lucas, and I'm here to help us build healthy relationships. So, I feel the need to talk about social media interactions with communication and how they can better us to move forward and to really keep ourselves focused on what could be versus what we think is happening. And I get calls from my clients sometimes, and they have a fight, they break up, they say, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then a month later, 2 months later, 2 days later, 3 hours later, doesn't matter. Person that doesn't want the relationship to end texts that person and says, hey, how are you doing? And they're wanting to create an energetic lift. They want to lift the situation so they feel better about themselves because they're not healed from the situation. Text the person doesn't text back. And, I get these calls sometimes and it just makes me laugh because they're like, well, are they still mad at me? Or do they want to talk in the future? And I'm a very grounded psychic. I believe in the present moment, the now, and really focusing on what this is. And if your last interaction with someone was negative and you didn't, and they made a clear sign that they want to break apart from you and you reach out to them again, you're walking on a really heavy road to disappointment because they've already made their statement. And if someone makes that statement, they want to separate from you, let them come back to you. Now, if it's mutual and we're both not saying, oh, everything's fine and let's still be friends and they don't text, they lied to you. They don't want to be your friend. Now, however, say you have someone in your life, let's go to a different section of this possible reading. Say you have another person in your life who you are friends with. Last time you hung out with them was good. You text them randomly and you say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? And they don't respond. They're probably busy. And you shouldn't worry yourself and stress yourself out about them texting you back immediately when you wanted them to, basically. And I think that stepping out of that headspace and really letting each moment be is really important, because there's so many times that in my life where I've been communicating with someone that wasn't giving me back the energy that I wanted, whether it was a response or a specific response or anything at all, I wasn't getting it. And I went into this negative space and started judging myself and making myself feel bad, as if there was something wrong with me. I need to be the one that needs to fix to make this better. How can I get their attention back? And that feeling of neediness and of trying to cling on to something that is already broken off, it's the image I got just now would be like, and I know people that have done this, and we do it with teeth most often, but I had a friend one time that kept their scabs, that they would get like scabs and scrapes and they would always pick them off. They wouldn't let them heal naturally and peel off, and she would keep them. And it's the same thing, and really it applies to teeth too. Why are you keeping your child's teeth? I mean, really, why keep their hair? It's attachment issues, something that's long since gone. And it can be nice to have, memories and whatnot. And I actually have, now that I say it, I have 2 braids from when I had a Jedi braid. I kept them, so we all attach. But when the attachment is leading us into a place of negativity when it comes to us, and we're creating self-doubt, and we're the ones that are getting worked up and feeling like our worth is down because of someone else not giving us attention, it's time to zoom out. Because as I was saying, I've been that person. And then now, as I'm in my 30s, it's really interesting. A lot of the lessons that the karmic interactions that were happening throughout my 20s, where I was person A and there was person B. Well, now that I'm in my 30s, I'm finding myself to be person B a lot. And the other person is person A. And it's at this moment that I'm realizing what it feels like to be the person to turn someone away, what it feels like to be the person that says no, what it feels like to put my energy first as opposed to someone else. And self-care has become really important to me. And I know that that's the biggest thing with so many people, my clients, is that they're givers. They want to give and give and give and give to their partner, and they get these partners that are receivers that don't give. And right now we're talking about communication, right? But it's really anything. And those issues of self-worth and judgment, one of the lessons I keep giving to a family member of mine, I keep saying it because the topic has come up several times over the last year or two. And every time the topic comes up, I always go, you obviously weren't meant to be there. If you were meant to be with those people and have those friends, then it would be happening, but it didn't. And because it's not happening, we have to love ourselves through our grief process. And when we lose a person or a group or a place or an activity or we have to love ourselves through it and say that even if we don't understand, this is for the best. And keeping ourselves on that flow of saying, this is for the best, this is good, this is a high vibration, I am living my best life right now, this is what was intended, this is the ultimate plan. Whatever affirmation you need, find it. Because when you get those moments of clarity that this is what's supposed to happen, even though I don't understand, life is so much more peaceful. Life is so much more peaceful. And I also find that when we let go of the people that aren't meant to be there and we actually let the hole be empty, a new person can come in. But if they've already taken their physical body, but you're keeping 10% of the space filled energetically, hoping they're going to come back, there's not room for a new person now. And so trust your judgment. It's okay to hope for good. It's okay and good to hope for better. But it's so important to be realistic and to really take all the facts into account. We have to be our best discerning judge between what situations are. And if you or I, because if you have a pattern of wanting more than what you're getting, it's an energetic defect with you. And it's time to investigate that and go, where did this come from? Who's the first person that flew away? Communication, whether it's in-person, social media, whatever it was, who's the first person back when? And have I let that person go yet? Did I ever let them fly away? There are people I've lost over a decade ago that sometimes still wrap back in my head. And I wonder to myself, what would happen if I saw them today? Where would we be? Would we connect again? If you're using your mental RAM to miss what you already had, you're missing the moment. You're missing the moment. So, all right, guys, you have a great day. L and U to the 6th.